Hello, and welcome to V's Kitchen. So I've teamed up with Skinny Foods to make this amazing, low-calorie, high-protein, low-carb, low-fat version of tuna melt, which is a great alternative if you're watching your calories and want to live a healthier lifestyle. Now, tuna melt's usually drenched in mayo, which can't even tell you how bad that is for you. So in this version, we're gonna be using the Skinny Foods bread, which is gluten-free, great for you, has great stuff in it. So we'll be making that first, and while that's making, we'll make our tuna mix. Now, instead of regular mayo, we're gonna be using this 0-calorie garlic mayo. Amazing. So first, let's just make our Skinny Foods bread. Make sure you preheat your oven at 170 degrees Celsius before you start. So I'm simply just gonna follow the instructions on the back of the box, which is break 4 eggs into a bowl. Whisk them into foam with hand mixer. Good enough. It took me about, I'd say, a minute. If you don't have a hand mixer, you're going to have a hand workout. So have fun. So next we're just gonna add our yogurt. It says add 150 grams of cream yogurt, which I'm just guessing is yogurt. And this is just the bread mix that I've emptied out into a plate. This makes it easier. Try to get the majority in the bowl. And then mix away. So once you've mixed it, you gotta wait 2 minutes. So I'm gonna wait 2 minutes. So now when you're making your buns, so you can make a loaf or a bun. I'm gonna make buns for the tuna. I just feel like it's better. You have to wet your hands in order to make balls a little bit easier. Okay, so with wet hands, just get up in your mixture. And then you just kind of divide it by 6. Now you can measure it to be more precise, or you can eyeball it. Either works. So now we'll place these buns in the oven for about 30 minutes. Okay, so now we'll start making our tuna. So you want to chop up parsley, but you don't want these like long stemmy bits. So just quickly take those out before we get to chopping. Okay, so our bread's just come out of the oven. We've pre-chopped everything we need for our tuna mix, as well as we have set what we need for our sauce. So let's just get started. So going in, we have sweet peppers, we have onions and parsley. Obviously, like if you want a little bit less onion, you can put less. I've put a whole onion and about 3 to 4 sweet peppers. If you don't find any sweet peppers, feel free to use a regular pepper. And about 15 grams of parsley, which looks something like this. Now once that's fairly mixed, we just add in our tuna. I've used 3 cans of tuna. Feel free to use more. So now we got our tuna, peppers, parsley, and red onion. Just gonna give it a nice mix. I love the color and the life all these ingredients give to this, as well as all the extra nutrients you're getting that you wouldn't really get from your normal tuna sandwich. So now that that's mixed, we're just gonna quickly whip up our sauce. For this sauce, I am using a little bit of tahini, which is somewhat higher in calories. So feel free to leave that out. You don't have to use it. I personally just love the flavor, but yeah, feel free to leave it out. You have some malt vinegar. You have about 70 grams of Greek yogurt. About a teaspoon of mustard. And a tablespoon of tahini. I did also put a bit of sumac, which is, I just feel like it gives onions and all these like just a great, very unique flavor. So I'll add that in. But if you don't have it in your cupboard, don't feel like it's an absolute necessity. I'll give that a nice mix before we're adding in our lemon. So now that we've just briefly mixed this, you can also mix it all in the end. I like to do it a little bit step by step. You're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of garlic mayo, which will be about 20 grams. Now for the last bit, I'm gonna add a whole lemon. You can add half here and half into your tuna. But when you mix lemon and tahini, it's when the real magic happens. And now carefully mix so it doesn't spit up at you. And then just add it to your bowl. Now I'll just quickly mix this up and give it a little taste. Once I've tasted, I like to put salt and pepper. I just don't want to do it before because I'm not too sure how it's gonna come out. So just quickly mix it up. All right, now we'll just add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Actually add a generous amount of pepper. And one final mix before putting it into our buns. Now there's 2 ways you can load this up. You can either put all your tuna, a little bit of cheese, and put this on top, or have them open face and add way more tuna to it. So we're gonna do both. So once you've loaded up your buns, you can transfer them into a baking tray. And now, you don't need to do this step. I'm just gonna add cheese and put it into the oven for maybe about like 2 minutes on that top heat. For this, I'm gonna be using shredded mozzarella. You could also use cottage cheese, which it's just a little bit more creamy. So now that these have come out of the oven, I like to top them up with crushed chilies. There's your bun. Look at that. It's pretty awesome. So this is my take on tuna melt. Obviously you have both versions, your open top or a full closed bun, guaranteed to make a mess. Enjoy.